Hey, so we're here in our client's home getting ready to do some awesome murals across these closet doors here. And what we're trying to achieve in this space is just a nice overall feeling. So it's a little bit of a hallway, a little bit of an interesting space. We have these curved ceilings here. We'll be applying some awesome geometric wallpaper to give some great texture up here. The wall color is going to become a nice kind of turquoise teal eventually, and then they'll have a really custom mural piece across these 3 doorways as well. So now that we've got the doors off the hinges down in the basement all primed and ready to go, we're ready to start doing our actual mural painting on them. And I have a little inspiration sketch here. And as you can see, it has this really beautiful watercolor effect, which is really trending right now. The colors kind of bleed into each other and create different shades and hues. And before I get started on the closet doors, I'm actually just going to start with a sample board here. And what's nice about that is you can experiment, you can try a couple different techniques before you get onto your doors, and that way you can perfect it, it'll go smoothly, you won't mess anything up, and it'll look 10 times better for you. So I'm working on my sample boards here, again just to kind of get a really good game plan for when I transfer it to the doors. And I'm experimenting with that sort of watercolory technique that I have in my sketch here. And in order to do this with acrylic paint, I was mixing the paint with a mixture of water and varnish to help it flow and kind of bleed together. And I'm really happy with the results of this. I think it's matching my sample board really nicely. But what I'm going to do next is just another experiment over here using a slightly different method. So instead of such a liquidy layer of paint to begin with, I'm going to do a little bit of a thicker layer of paint, blending the colors with a paintbrush, let that dry, and then come back on top with some watery layers when I try my other sample here. And I'll just want to kind of compare and contrast and see which one I like better before I commit and move on to painting the doors. So we got our first layer down on our closet doors. You can see it's just a nice kind of blend of yellows and oranges and greens and teals. And the next layer that we're going to do is going to be adding that watercolor effect, or the kind of texture and the colors that kind of bleed together and give that beautiful watercolor effect. So we got our watercolor kind of layer done on our closet doors, and next we're going to start adding some of these sort of botanical elements. So we've got these sort of circles that represent berries and some leaves and things, and on the sample board I was just playing around with a couple different methods on how to best create these patterns and these berries and leaves here. And I'm leaning towards these kind of more gray, subtle ones. I think they pop out of the background a little bit better. It has that contrast that we're going for. and I like these kind of lighter colored berries as opposed to the darker colored ones. So it's always good to kind of try out a couple ideas before you start on your actual mural or your doors. That way you'll really like it when it's all done. So we got our murals all finished up. We got our awesome leaf botanical patterns and our metallic circles going on top of our beautiful watercolor background. The final step is a coat of varnish that will seal it and make it extra durable. It won't chip or scratch on us. After that, we'll go upstairs and install them again, and we'll see you up there. So we got our doors back installed up here. I'm very happy with the results. As you can see, we got a really awesome representation of our sketch or our mood board. Our client is super happy. We definitely added a lot of color in this space. The next steps will be to wallpaper the ceiling and get an awesome color on the walls here, and it'll be totally transformed. Again, if you're looking for an awesome custom piece of art for your house, feel free to reach out to us today at brickandbeauty.com.